Hello, ladies. And gentlemen. Turn the lights down low and shut your faces as I tell you a tale as warm and inviting as a mother's kiss. My name is Ulysses S. Grant, and this is the journey of myself. My men and I arrived on the coast of Sicily, but my band of mafia pirates were blasphemous and chose to steal the natives' tax money, which they really needed because Greece is really freaking poor. Soon the Sicili's army attacked us with their swords of loaf bread and shields of cheap plastic, and we lost many brothers. Somehow. To escape a terrible storm that was very scary, my men and I docked in a slightly less scary-looking cave. We ate lots and lots of cheese, and my men wanted to steal the cave dweller's goats. I decided that we would stay instead to see if the cave dweller could offer us more. What a terrible mistake that was.
I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I hate everyone, especially you liberals, stealing my cheese.
But, Mr. O'Reilly, we only wish to see if you could offer provisions to us weary travelers. You certainly have quite a lot of cheese.
No! Poverty is a result of personal behavior, you fool. No matter how much money the government spends, poverty will not change till personal behavior does.
That doesn't make any sense, Bill.
Shut up! I'm Bill O'Reilly.
Oh, not my men. No, oh God, no, Stephen Colbert, please.
I finally ended these accursed debates. Next step to take down John Stewart. Oh well, I grow tired of your poverty. I'm going to bed.
And so it came to pass we would be stuck in Bill O'Reilly's cave of doom, forced to wait in horror as Bill would eat us up one by one. I told my men not to fear, for I had a plan. Do not fear, for I have a plan. Mr. O'Reilly.
What is it? The O'Reilly factor begins in at least 12 hours.
I would like to offer you some wine.
Hey, that's pretty good. Got any more?
Sure thing, Bill.
Hey, thanks, man. What's your name, weary traveler?
Robert E. Lee.
Well, thanks for the wine, Rob. You know, maybe I shouldn't eat you and your friends after all. Oh my gracious, Robert, how could you? You jerks, you blinded me.
That's what you get for eating Stephen. If Sean Hannity ever asks who blinded you, you tell him it was Ulysses S. Grant, immortal time-traveling veteran of the Civil War.
Then by the wrath of Sarah Palin, the demon of stupidity and the butcher of languages, may Ulysses face terrible times at sea and never return home.
Oh, no. After escaping the island of Bill O'Reilly, we landed on Circe's Island. Many of my men turned to pigs after eating her feast, but then she agreed to help us get home, so it's all good in the hood. Ulysses, you must travel to the land of the dead. Speak with the bright prophet Ulysses. He will guide you. After that expository dialogue, we sailed off to find Ulysses. Once we landed on the island, we sacrificed our best cow and waited for Ulysses to arrive.
Oh, hey, I noticed you have some cow blood there. Can I just have a little sip? It's very dry where I'm from.
Of course. Of course, Prince of Thieves.
Well, thank you, Big Lug. So, I understand you're looking for some information.
Yes, I had to fight my dead mother to get this information.
You're so full of sass today, Ulysses. Fine, you better be careful out on those seas of yours. Sarah Palin is out to get you for stabbing Bill O'Reilly. Then, once you land on Florentia, you better not eat those cows, you silly biscuit, or Helios will be all upset at you. If you end up eating his beef, you're going to get lost for a long time. Then after you get back, you got some serious messes to clean up, mister.
By the gods! Did everybody hear that? No eating the cattle. It was everybody hear that? Yes. Glad everyone heard that very clearly.
You guys better be going now. The dead really don't like a lot of people because they're like Dylan.
I don't want to go there. Back to Circe's Island. What should we do now, after conveniently sailing back to your island and explaining the situation again?
You need to come back to Ithaca. The quickest route involves some pretty scary monsters, so we might have to devise a detour.
No, woman! I've been through too much. Show me the way.
You must travel past the sirens of the Blue Sway and Charybdis the tax collector to reach your homeland.
It doesn't sound too bad.
Dwarfs up your bush and his 6 Donald Trump heads also stand in your way.
By the gods, my worst fear realized. We'll probably be okay. And so, once my men were given a proper plugging of the ears, we set off to face the sirens. Hooked on a feeling. In retrospect, we probably would have been fine. Our next challenge was up ahead.
Hey, Don. Look down there, Donald. Look, we got some more of those imports from other countries.
This foreign policy is hard.
You're fired.
Trump was tearing our ship apart, taking men into his cave and selling their souls. I put it to strike, rallying my men to pile onward. Come now. This reminds me of a time in the Civil War when we were up against Lee's forces, and he used the power of Mjolnir, mystical hammer of Thor, to blow up every last Confederate.
So it is you, Ulysses S. Grant. Well, you've misunderestimated us Confederates. Finish him, Don. Give me more money.
Oh, we continued to lose many a men and boat, but we escaped mostly intact until we came across Charybdis.
You haven't escaped me. Give me your money for God knows what.
Poop at the fan. My ship was being sucked into Charybdis at an astonishing rate. And to make matters worse, Donald Trump came back and made things worse, like I just said. It was the final straw. I used my orb of power from the 48th century to hold off the two monsters, and we barely escaped with our lives. And so, we were trapped on the lost island of Perimythikos, forced to await the passing of violent storms. For days we waited, taunted by the great beef of Helios. I chose to take time to pray, while my crew chose a more devious path.
Friends, brothers, Ulysses has betrayed us. We stranded here without food and water, and yet he refuses to let us eat these calves. I say we pull a Hugo Weaving and eat one of those juicy cattle.
My crew murdered one of Helios' cows, and so the Lord of Noon ordered our deaths as we shuffled back onto our boat. Zeus had sent a storm upon us, and then it was over. But then the ocean was all like psych and came back even bigger this time. It was as if Allah reached his hand out in friendship and we smacked in his mouth. Oh yeah, he was mad. Our ship flew into a million pieces of broken dreams, and those dreams rained upon us like a shower of bullets. Giant waves splashed us to and fro and to. Sprinkling men into the cold, unforgiving ocean blue. And the Charybdis came back and made it super scary. I think there was a shark. Oh yeah, there he is, oh god. Soon, after Zeus was done being a jerk, I was propelled from the ruins of my ship. I was propelled to the island of Calypso. And as it was foretold, I would be trapped for many, many years. Trapped by her smooth caves. For 20 long years, I was stranded at sea. But I knew that someday I'd return to my wife that I married at some point in time, Nellie. After all, even the word hopeless has hope in it. Plus, if you rearrange the letters, you get peace love. That last part was probably necessary. Eventually, my hopes came true, and the Phaeacians took me home to Ithaca. Here, I found my friend Eumaeus, the herder of swine, and met the goddess Athena, who helped me find my son, Olympus. Argus, was that you, baby?
Telemachus comes this way every day for food and other sustenance. I will disguise you as a beggar for plot purposes, but the audience will still see Ulysses, because we've already gone way over budget. It's just, here he comes.
Telemachus!
What? Who calls the name of myself?
Ah, it is I, Ulysses S. Grant, your father. The decrepit robes that I was wearing have disappeared, so I can reveal myself to you, my son.
You're not my father. My father perished at sea long ago. Why have you forsaken me, Alas?
Oh, calm down, emo freak. No other Ulysses shall ever come, for he and I are the same. Also, I bear the mark of a time traveler on my hand. Bear witness, my son! Bear witness!
You are my father. Father, the suitors have overrun our palace. I know not what to do about it.
Fear not, my son. I have a plan. First, I shall enter the palace disguised as a decrepit beggar. From there, you must hide any weapons from the suitors, except for, swords and things for us. Once all the suitors are conveniently gathered in a room and killable, we shall strike.
But father, there are like a lot of suitors. How will we ever manage to murder all of these guys? Better yet, why not murder them in the first place?
Hush, my son. I have the gods on my side. Now, go, enact your hand in vengeance, and very soon we shall strike. As Eumaeus and I walked towards my palace, I saw my old hunting peacock, Argus. He became old, weak, and malnourished in my absence. He lay on the only bed he could find, a pile of doo-doo. Truth be told, that was pretty much as I left him.
That horribly disfigured dog was once a great hunting peacock, trained by Lord Ulysses himself. Now, the servants cannot hunt, and what a piece of poop it's become.
It brings a tear to my eye for such a fine hunting dog bird thing to be reduced to this horrid state. As we walked by Argus, he looked at me hopefully as he tried to wag his flamboyant backside in excitement. But then his eyes closed as he took his last breath after seeing me, his man, after 20 long years. Disguised as an old decrepit beggar, I entered my palace. I was confronted by the suitor known as Dylan.
What foul wind blew this old beggar in? The pain of Egyptian whips will be sweet compared to what will happen to you here, poor person. Because I'm Dylan, and not all Hermanstein are alive or dead. Be gone!
It appears you have more looks than heart. What a shame that the delectable food in this marvelous palace is wasted on a pig such as yourself.
What? You will not get away with such impudence.
At that point, I was struck by a rather large stool. Oh, man. I merely shook my head and responded, "Let you not hope that the gods and furies wish not to avenge wrongs against a poor man such as myself, and who is in no way a threat or Ulysses or anything."
Bad show, Dylan. What if that beggar is a god? You know they like to sneak around with guys being immortal.
Did you not listen to his speech? He clearly said he wasn't a threat or anything.
After that ordeal, I proceeded out of the palace to eat the breadcrumbs I had received.
This beggar seems familiar for some reason. I think I'll hold a test to test my suspicions. Did you get that, audience? Okay. Dwellings, I have a test for you. Whoever can load my husband's musket and shoot it through these axe handles, I will marry.
I have a question. What is a musket? Yeah, now I have a question. May I have a turn at shooting the musket that I am in no way proficient in at all?
I don't see why not, Dwellin. Go ahead and take a shot.
Look at the way he holds the musket. He must be a musket lover or something. Not that the South has any of those or anything. Shun him!
Oh, I readied my musket. And with a crack of lightning or something symbolic like that, I turned my muscular puppet body and fired a great big musket hole in Dylan's face. Wah!
Come, Telemachus. It's time to strike.
And so, I tore off my rags and revealed to them that was indeed I, Ulysses, returned from the dead. Come then, son, and herder of swine, somehow able to murder dozens of men with ease. Attack! And so we beat boots inside of the suitors. Oh, the gratuitous violence. That is lag. Oh, good lord. Oh, I bet you can see this right now. Oh, this battle keeps getting bigger, harder. We won! Yes, I still had one last task ahead.
Ulysses, is it really you? You've changed so much over the years, almost as if you were trapped by smooth K.
Well, let's not dwell on the past, my dear Penelope. For I can reveal to you the secret of our marriage. You know what? Actually, scratch that thing I'd said. Athena, please help me.
Yes, it is I, Athena. Your husband was trapped on an island for many, many years, mortal. But through the power of love and some pretty amazing luck, it's made it back to you, Penelope. Mostly because of luck, though.
Ulysses, it is you. Come on, Dorlin, let's go have a smoke.
Oh, yeah.